others less so. Rest assured, they are all true. This way. We have a cave where you tread, and have a care where you tread. Alright, let's go see what we got. Into our illusory cave.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Oh, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Beholder. Doesn't red mean that it's not available yet? Alright, so Alphino and Kryl and Y'shtola will be fine. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would have surely stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we have need to provide a more detailed description than when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryl. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. Like stick figures. This is impressive. You drew this from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Fen and Kryl question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. He has certainly matured, hasn't he? I to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyways, we had best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. Hello, Loophart. Have you seen this person before? Searched him for friendlies. Let's have a look at him. No, I ain't seen it around, say. No. Alright then. What about you, town boss? Marsha Swamp. What's it you got there? A sketch? Can't share no his face. You say something of a warrior. I had a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself and was style. Well, the way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast, like it was the bell of the bleeding bell. Sounds like him, man. Let's go. Hello, Grimgold. Grimold, a Huron man. Well, we're not exactly rare, you know. Could be a bit more specific. I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? And he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. An axe instead of a bow? Oh. Hello, Crow. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Let's see, indeed. And we'll see where things go from there. Waiting, waiting, waiting. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. So, many have made camp in inaccessible locations. Ideal for hunting game, not so for receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So, you've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is irrelevant, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Voth trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. So you're implying Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead. Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. As it stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Voth, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right. Brown, quite right. By the way, guys, if you ever wanted lots and lots of potions, you should just go to Palace of the Dead and you'll get tons of max potions. But I don't know. Why are we standing inside of each other? Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, think we could be waiting for us in Lost at the Voth. We must go and see the Voth right away. Come along, everyone! Come along! Why are the rowers still rowing? Ah! Click, click, great hunters! We welcome you once more to Lost Athvarth. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you have had certain dealings. I'm curious. The hunters tire of goodly sports and pursue mortal prey? No, he's not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, click. Good. He is friend of Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. Click, click. There is no doubt. Click, click. The flesh-thing clothed in skins came to us from some Al, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh. So skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lost Nath, not long ago. When he heard the One Man had summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned. But Ovnir did say the Nath had grown as before. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. Just Thancred's over there. He's literally killed everyone. My assumption is that Minfilia got kidnapped by the Gnoth. And that's why Thancred went over there and started ripping and tearing. He is the one they fear. I want to look at something real quick. Okay, never mind. We're good. Let's do it. Die.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry! This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the Warrior of Light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are. Shall we show them? Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, Warrior of Light, for we are the Warriors of Darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
So the Warriors of Darkness.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray, 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more?
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Indeed. But they also very clearly all possess the Echo. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals. Despite this declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. Are those guys from the trailer, though? From, like, a Realm Reborn's trailer? That's like OG Fighter, OG Black Mage, the original Paladin, original Archer. I recall no such adventurers. I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how we found Fen. Oh, the memories. It seems only like yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had a distinct impression that you were not that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that the band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge, which would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There's far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidotnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being within the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Montoya. I would beg her assistance in the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Fen. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Everyone's got white hair now.